If you were worried about never owning a copy of Ticks again, Vinegar Syndrome has saved you and put Ticks out on a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. So if you don't have 4K capabilities, you can still pick this one up and see it on Blu-ray. I used to have the old olive version of it, and eventually I traded it off. I didn't realize just how valuable that the Blu-ray was at the time. Now I have this, so I have no need to worry about it. Of course, Ticks was a movie that I had seen previously, obviously, and I had forgot everything about it. I knew we had killer ticks in the movie, and that was it. And I don't know why I didn't remember more about it, because when I watched this the other day, I was took back by the fact, like, our leading guy is Seth Green. We've got Clint Howard here, and we also have Alfonso Ribeiro from The Fresh Prince playing a very stereotypical ghetto character, I guess you could say, which is kind of hard to take him serious in that role now after seeing The Fresh Prince, because I used to watch that before Monday Night Raw every night back in the day. But it is what it is. So basically, here's the plot. Clint Howard is building this. He's trying to basically harvest a pot farm, and he's got this stuff to kind of enhance and make it hurry up and grow the pot and get the weed out there. And it kind of gets leaked down into some ticks, and ticks become mutated, and this thing you know, they're all over the place. So, and of course, Seth Green's a troubled teen. Him and Alfonso Rivera's character and other ones are off in the woods trying to, get their act together, and they end up with a bunch of ticks on their case, which it's a fun movie. It feels like maybe it could have done a little bit more in some areas than it does, but as is, it's got really good gore. Like the gore and the practical effects from the time, because what year is this? 1993. This is really good, and I think anything that maybe the plot kind of pushes over a little too quickly, or anything that kind of feels like it's not really been fulfilled in the movie, plot wise or character wise, I think it gets made up for with the gore and the effects. So this is a fun one. And I usually can't stand Seth Green. I think like the only time I've ever really liked Seth Green at anything was probably in his old It performance, or the uh, awesome Can't Hardly Wait, which is one of my favorite movies ever. And everything else, I'm kind of a little hit and miss. I enjoy his Robot Chicken work, I guess. But as far as like this stuff goes, movie wise, this may be up there, because is his character a little annoying? Yes. But I think enough of everything else kind of pulls together to make it work. So if you've never seen Ticks and you're stuck in that rut that most horror movies from like the mid 90s are terrible, I can understand why you feel that way, because most are. Ticks must have went under the radar a little bit, because it's a whole lot of fun and it never gets dull. And if you don't get dull, you can stay fun, and you have plenty of good effects and gore and stuff like that to kind of carry the load. I believe you've made yourself a winner, and Ticks makes itself a winner. Now this, like I said, this is the region-free 4K of it. The 4K looks great. Uh, I think some parts kind of dark. Just very few parts are dark, but it's a good looking movie. Better than it has any right to ever look. Obviously, I will attempt to put some screenshots. If you go to zombiesdon'trun.net when this review gets posted with this video, below this video on the website, there should be some images, hopefully, of some 4K shots. It's easier to do it that way than put it in the video, for me anyway. So go check that out, and you can kind of see what you're dealing with. As far as this goes, though, there's your 4K and your Blu-ray. If you order this from the website, I think there's a slipcase. This was sent to me, of course, for review. I want to be upfront about that. But what you got here, though, on this version is a commentary track with the director Tony Randel and actor Clint Howard, moderated by Nathaniel Thompson. Commentary track with special effects supervisor Doug Beswick and stop motion animator Yancy Clavizada. So yeah, I didn't even notice the stop motion. I thought it was cool effects, which is also that's moderated by Joe Begos. Under the Skin, the making of Ticks, which is an extended 3-part making of documentary. And of course, like I said, this is 4K restoration from 35 millimeter interpositive. Looks good. Maybe just a little soft in some areas, but otherwise, you're not going to complain. Ticks, good 3 out of 5. It's good to see Alfonso Ribeiro playing something besides Carlton Banks, but at the same time, he's so much Carlton, he's a little distracting. But he does have one of the coolest scenes in the movie. So if you've not seen that, check this out. And if you have seen it, feel free to let me know what you think of it. That's available from Vinegar Syndrome.